come on, come on, come on, come on, Michael Moore. Everybody, everybody, everybody saying Michael Moore. I remember back in the 90s, I think it was, seeing a bumper sticker that said, "Hate is not a family value." A little harsh, I thought, but a reasonable encapsulation of an attitude at the time that seemed to draw a very narrow definition of what a family was, ostracize those who did not neatly fit into it, and basically make it okay to condemn others because their choices were not the same choices that most of us made. Then not long ago, I saw a masked person wearing a t-shirt that said "No hate," beating the heck out of someone they disagreed with at a protest rally. It's also become quite fashionable to say or write "No hate" as a way to express hatred. How is this possible? How can we have gotten to the point where such obvious logical contradictions exist? The only way, really, to justify this kind of behavior is to convince ourselves, without any rational evidence, that the threat this group poses is on par with some of the most brutal regimes in history. Some of us called President Obama a Nazi, and some of us are calling President Trump a Nazi. Folks, the only winners in this conversation are the Nazis. Let's face it, the Nazis and all the crazy splinter groups virtually all over the world are a joke in terms of real influence and power. But when we try to ban them for their stupid marches or put them in jail for their stupid comments, we're playing right into their hands. You remember how when some crazy fan would jump onto the baseball field, the network used to keep filming until the crazy fan was eventually caught and ejected. The Nazis are like that fan. Usually with more clothes. Why am I grateful that that guard is wearing more than an American flag? Anyway, the point is they're running around, waving their arms and trying to get attention. The networks stopped filming those crazy fans. If they're forcibly shutting down an event or doing something violent, arrest the Nazis. Otherwise, let's just stop filming them. We'll all be a lot better off. Shortly after the election in 2016, when many of us were upset and angry and inclined to lash out, I saw just for a moment a glimmer of a sentiment that could have, and I think should have, set the example for how we should all conduct ourselves when things don't go our way. I saw a slogan, don't even remember where it was, but it said, "Love trumps hate." I thought to myself, yes, here they are, finally. These people get it. These people see we can't preach love and inclusion and compassion, but only for the people who agree with us. These people, I thought, they're not preaching, but living their belief system. These people are the future that all of us need. These are the people who can show the rest of us the way. Well, I'm not sure if that slogan morphed out of control or was never intended to mean what it actually says, but it was a nice thought while it lasted, even if I'm the only one who had it. Here's the thing. We can't force compassion. We can only encourage it with our own example. We can't ban hate. We can only diffuse it with our own love. And we can't, regardless of where on the political spectrum we fall, look at ourselves in the mirror and see a good person if we are fighting what we think is hate with even more hate. I'm speaking to the Americans now. We were not living in a dictatorship under President Obama. We're not living in a dictatorship under President Trump. When we use that kind of language, the only thing that we are doing is manufacturing a reason for our own anger at our decision to put the blame for what we think are the ills of society on someone else instead of where it belongs. Hate is easy. Force is easy. Compassion, our compassion, not somebody else's compassion, our compassion is hard. We know we're not leading by example. We know we're doing the exact things we say we oppose. We know we're not anywhere near close to living the principles we say we believe in. It's those darn big brains of ours. We can't escape them. We can't fool them. We need someone else to blame. Of course we're angry. Of course we are angry. How could it be any other way? But somehow, folks, we need to stop lashing out at each other because we don't agree. If I'm on the left, I have to say to myself, the right is wrong about how it defines compassion. It's wrong to have a narrow or hypocritical view of morality. I can think all these things and, not but, and. As my fellow humans, they deserve my attention, my understanding, and my compassion. If I'm on the right, I can say to myself, the left is controlling, they're hypocritical, plenty of that to go around, and so intent on acquiring power, they don't care if they're hurting the people they say they're trying to help. I can't think all those things, and I can think, as my fellow humans, they deserve my attention, understanding, and compassion. Impossible. They're irrational, they're mean, they're hateful, they're greedy, they're power hungry. Now listen carefully, because this is a broad biological truth. They are our brothers, and they are our sisters, and they are the only ones we will ever have. And if that's not enough, we might be wrong. Everything you see in the news or online, everything you hear on the street, everything you see in this series of videos might be wrong. Hear them out, listen to them, make your own judgments, of course, but never, ever stop listening. Practice saying it once a day, once a week, once a year. Practice saying it. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. It's hard. But practice, 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 because it might be true. Man. End of segment 5. Let's have some fun.